Hey, welcome to the show. It is me, your girl Laborly, aka Cat Lee, and
You have now tuned in to Ambitiously the podcast.
oh yeah, you have. Listen, today, honeys, today, let me get where I need to be at though. Today, I think these days are also I kind of Fire Friday is always my favorite, but I think these days are my favorite, my second favorite, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because today, baby, is the tap in. Today we get in our tap in bag and we talk about it. We talk about a thing of three. Um, we we dig in the bag. We whatever we pull out is what we talking about. Okay, Doc in the building. Hi, Bookie. Um, so we get in our tap in bag. We talk about whatever comes out of that bag, and we reflect. We have a little reflection time, and then after we're done with that, then we jump in for the tap in. For the final exam. Girl, child, these sinuses got me all kinds of messed up. Let me take a swig of tea. Mm. But we get into the final exam, curated by I'm gonna call him Professor Doctor Day because I haven't called him that in a minute. Uh, Curated by our house professor, Doc. And you'll see. I'm not even gonna break that. I'm gonna let him break that part down. But it's a few things that I want to say. Again, I told y'all yesterday. I'm gonna tell y'all again today. Please forgive me if I sound nasally and if I gotta get off camera every now and again to blow my nose. It's crazy for these sinuses right now. But a few things I need to say. Join the conversation. You can do that by dropping a comment, which will be on screen. You see, we got Rock on the screen right now. Hi, Rock. Um, or you can call in or text. The number's 443-780-5978. 443-780-5978. I see. Okay. Um, like, share, and subscribe. Wait. Before I say that, if you want to contact us for any reason at all, it could be business, it could be you have some gab you want to send my way, you want your music played on the radio station, you would like to come in for an interview, you just want to say hi, contact at ambitiouslyent.com. Contact at ambitiouslyent.com. Yep. Yep. All right, now, like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. We need every share and subscription, but I am more in love with the likes. I am. Hit that like button. And check out our website, www.ambitiouslyent.com. www.ambitiouslyent.com. I guess I could break down the final exam real quick while we waiting on Doc. So the final exam, what that is a hip hop trivia game that we play every Tuesday. I picked the year. I don't know why I picked these stupid ass years though. I mean, sometimes they good years, but sometimes I just be like, why did I pick that year? Um, but anyway, we get 5 clues. I get one guess. Y'all can guess as many times as you would like. If every time I pass to the next clue, I lose a Harley. My number one has been in there forever. She's been in prison forever since we've been doing this. She a whole stud now. Um, but if I get it wrong, then I lose the point and my Harleys. If I get it right, I get the point and I get however many Harleys that I did not pass on. So that's that. We'll break it down a little bit more as we get into the show, but yeah, that's going down today. Um, so yeah, that's going down today. Oh, I like this one, the first one. Okay. Doc, let me know when you're ready, babe. All right. Okay. I'm about to bring Doc in here because we got some reflecting to do. Hi, Doc, baby.
What's up, Kit? How you doing today?
It's a lot going
Uh,
on right now, but I'm making it.
Sinus is still going on.
sinuses, and then my uncle just passed. My other uncle last month I had an uncle pass. This month I had an uncle pass. So it's a lot.
Okay.
Christmas is coming,
Mm-hmm.
so I got to get ready for that because the kid is not letting up on her mama. I want my stuff and I want it now. Um, but we all in good spirits over here. I worry more about my dad because that was his little brother, but
Oh,
you know,
okay. Yeah.
yeah, that was his well, not his. He has not his youngest brother. That's like the middle brother.
Okay.
So
But he's still older than.
yeah, he's the oldest boy. He has
Okay.
he has an older sister. Then it's him, and then it's the uncle that just passed and my aunt because they were twins. And
Oh,
then my youngest uncle, who I never call uncle. I just tell people he is my uncle, but he's younger than me. So that's why I'll never call him uncle.
okay. Okay.
I'm older. So it's just like, oh, this is my this is such and such, my uncle. Because I'm not
Uh,
calling you uncle sucker. I'm you was a baby. Like I remember when you was a baby. I'm never gonna call him uncle, but he knows he's my uncle. I just don't call
okay.
him
Okay.
uncle.
All
Not
right.
that old anyway. Well, I only saying uncle first. Like with the uncle that just passed, I always put uncle first. But his sister's twin sister, I always put aunt first. Their older
Mhm.
sister, I always put aunt first. But being as though he's younger than me,
You just can't do it.
no,
Okay.
no.
All right. All
I'm
right.
more like the aunt to him than he is my uncle.
Which
No,
would make sense because you are older, but yeah.
he tried it one time. No, he was like, "I'm your uncle." I was like, "So, I'm not calling you."
Like, nah, know your lane. Stay in your lane.
Yeah, you need to pump your brakes, bruh. So, but yeah, he is my uncle. He's just my youngest uncle who happens to be younger than I am.
Okay.
So that's that. Boo, if you weren't born before 1979, I'm not calling you uncle. I just needed you to know it.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
And that's
Respect.
that. So yeah, so it's a
Let it
lot.
be known.
Huh?
No, I just was saying, let it be known. Let it be known.
It's known. If you weren't born before 79, I'm not calling you uncle. And he wasn't born in the 70s period. He maybe the end of the 80s. I
Wow, that's
was already outside. So,
that's a complete difference. Being born, even if you were born at the end of the 70s, being born at the end of the 80s is completely different.
nah, I'm not calling you uncle, son. So yeah, so it is what it is. But I have already plucked from my tap-in bag, and this
Okay.
one is a throwback for real. Um, I think we all enjoyed this place at one point in time in our lives. There was a chain of them, and the place is called Blockbusters. We talked about them here and there because we talked about the VCR
Yeah,
and
okay, okay.
the
I'm like,
floor unit
Blockbuster.
televisions and stuff like that. But we
Mhm.
didn't talk about the location. And I have a lot to say about this because I'll get into it in a minute. But we never talked about that one location, um, which I feel like all of us enjoyed at some point in time in our lives. We talked about that's what it was. We talked about how when you returned them tapes, they better
Yeah,
be rewound or you was gonna have a charge for
yep,
not
yep.
rewinding them. So
Be
I
kind,
remember
rewind.
that.
Be kind, rewind.
And they had it all posted in the store. They wanted you to know that they was not playing about you not rewinding those VHSs.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna start with that real quick
Go ahead.
though.
Go ahead.
I think that was just a scam because I don't recall anybody really getting mad when they rented a VCR tape and it wasn't at the beginning. You
I
would
don't
just
know
put
if it
it
was
in.
a scam, baby. I think it was the employees did not want to have to do extra work.
But I knew somebody that worked at a Blockbuster.
Uh-huh.
They had big machines. They could just put the tapes in and it just did it.
Yeah, I remember
What?
that. I saw it myself.
Yeah.
That
So
wasn't the
it
point.
is.
Their point
Hold,
was if they had to do it, they need to tax you behind.
hold
Because
on.
they
But
shouldn't have to do it anyway. You should have
this
already did it before you brought it back.
But this is what I get like kind of mad about. Like, but you're at work. Your job
Okay.
is to just check out
Listen,
videotapes.
I'm not coming to your job making your job harder. Don't come to mine making my job harder. I
Easy to
don't
have
care
you
where
see it.
I am. That ain't in
My whole thing is, look,
that ain't in the job description.
you manage videotapes.
So
That's what I would think would be in the job description. I'm just saying, if it was me and I'm a Blockbuster employee, I wouldn't mind if my whole shift was me sitting in the back, headphones on with a Walkman, just popping in tapes just to rewind them, and
but
my boss
again,
managing
I
to have to
tell you
talk.
this all the time. That is you. You
Yes.
are thinking from your perspective, not
Yes.
other people's perspective. Now, I don't want to go to work and have to do that when I got a million other things. I got to stock the shelves. I got to make sure we got all the new out. And then you got to think about it. At one point in time, it was a slow transition too. It was from the VHSs. Then they still had VHSs at one point. I remember because I used to live right across the street from a Blockbusters. Favorite pastime.
Okay.
One of my favorite pastimes. So then it went from them just having a VHS tapes to them also having CDs, which you didn't have to rewind them. You just pop them in.
That's why I think it was a slight.
And then also them getting games. So if the person who is running from the establishment has not moved up in the ladder and got a DVD player, does not have a game system in their house, then I still got to do the damn job. And I got to help people because they like, can you help me, please? Customer service is not like working in retail and customer service is not an easy feat. So everybody can say, well, that's your job, Hope. Everybody can say that's your job, but you have no clue what I go through throughout the whole damn day. You got irate customers, you got craziness. I even seen a fight in Blockbusters before. You got to go through a lot. So no, I do not want to rewind your shit every time you come in there. I don't.
Okay. So
I don't. And if you're a habitual non-rewinder, you should be picked.
Habitual non-rewinder.
Yeah, that's what I'm calling them. A habitual non-rewinder. That means every time you brought your returns back, you never rewind it. You're a habitual non-rewinder.
Okay. All right. So let's put this a little bit of context. I think we got a little bit of time to play with it a little bit. First, generally, I would assume the habitual non-rewinder is a person that was always close to the deadline when they had to return that tape. All they knew, they had to get that tape back. Because I can tell you many times growing up where, oh yeah, I gotta stop him by here so he can return. This is my mother talking, by the way. So he can return the tape. Basically, it was something that she rented.
Right.
I mean, I haven't even watched it. But yet, if it was bad weather, raining,
that was between you and your mother, not me, you and your mother.
I'm giving an example. I'm the one that has to get out the car and go either drop it in the box, or sometimes some of them didn't want you to drop in the boxes. People would steal from the boxes. That was something I had learned like a little bit later. But they either want you to walk it in. So I got it. My little self, or not my little self, but my younger self had to get out, walk it in, boom. Then remember, they used to pop the thing open and look at it.
To see if you rewound it because you are a habitual non-rewinder.
No, not me. They looked
your
at
mama. But that was between you and your mama. Not me, you and your mama.
So then it was like, hey, there's an extra. I forgot how much it was. I almost want to say it was like just $1.
It was only $1. You ain't hurting
me. I think it was like $1. So then you want to
you don't want to pay the $1, rewind it, and you won't pay the $1. That was, and on top of that, that wasn't the employee's policy. That was Blockbuster's policy.
But I'm telling you the slight trauma that it created in me. So then I got to go back and say, hey, they said that you owe them $1.
And she
put it on my card.
Yeah.
Put it on the membership card, because remember you had to have memberships too.
I remember. I said I lived across the street from one. I remember.
But then in my head, I just realized I'm about to answer my own question slightly. Because I was about to say, I want you to tell me the story when you seen a fight. But then I thought about it. I never did. My mom got mad. Why come I can't rent this because you charged me extra $12?
But see, when I saw the fight, it wasn't between the employees and the patrons. It was between the Patreon and the Patreon. I live in Baltimore. Everything can be a fight here.
Damn. All right. Well, that was the thing. She getting upset because all of a sudden there's like a $12 extra to do. But I'm in my head, I'm thinking, you always tell them to put it on your card, and that's at least 12 times you didn't
that
be
you did
kind of
not
rewind.
rewind. So who is at fault?
Look, I want to blame my mama for shit, but I'm just saying.
I mean, boy, I don't know your mama, and nothing personal. All due respect to her, but she didn't rewind it, so she got to pay the damn fee. But
She
my
never did.
point, I didn't even want to get stuck on that part because that is a small, minute. It's $1. You ain't going to die. I wanted to get on the transition between Blockbusters, Netflix, and the Red Box. That's where I was going with it because that's a very intelligent conversation. Fuck the rewind.
I remember when this happened because I have stocks and stuff, and I remember when this happened. And although, look, funny enough, my mom is involved in this one too. My mom worked for the post office. So when this whole thing about these little packages in red envelopes that were CDs that people all of a sudden start getting an influx in, and people complain to the postal service if their thing didn't get there in time, but it was still basically Netflix as the company at the time was still they didn't have enough stock.
They were new, and I will say this because I know because I was very invested in the research behind Blockbuster, the transition from Blockbusters and Netflix, not Blockbusters, Netflix, the Red Box, and back to Netflix, right? That was, I mean, everybody. I don't expect everybody to look at it from a corporate standpoint, but I do like to look at things from not only just being a Patreon, but also from a business standpoint, because I like to look at things on a business situation.
Okay.
At one point in time, Blockbusters and Netflix was going head to head. Actually, Blockbusters was trying to buy Netflix because they had started mailing out the DVDs. But Netflix was starting to lose a lot of money by the mailing system of the DVDs. Because you had people like me, like me from the hood, that you mailed it to me, you might not never see it again. So they lost a lot of money that way. So Blockbusters was still on the up because Netflix was losing a lot of money. Then Netflix got wise and they said, oh, what if we change it? And we changed it to a streaming. Well, it wasn't called streaming back then. We turned it into a streaming situation. But they still had the DVDs too, but they like, let's do this. And that's when they kicked Blockbusters on their ass. Because Blockbusters didn't have that. But then Blockbusters decided that they wanted to jump in the game too. Because they're like, they beating us. So Blockbusters decides that they want to try to jump in the game, and they try to do the same thing. The problem is that theirs was way more expensive than Netflix service was. And you could still, they still had the stores, the brick and mortar stores.
Brick and mortars, yeah.
Yeah, I was getting to, let me finish. I just said that. Thank you. They still had those stores, but they also was trying to get in that game too, and they was trying to crack into the mailing system game too. But they weren't prepared. Netflix was prepared because they were getting ready to get rid of the mailing system situation. And I don't think that the corporate offices at Blockbusters knew how much money they was losing from the mailing system. So them jumping in it lost them a lot of money. The next thing you know, Netflix is on top and there's no more Blockbusters. That's all I love to say.
That story is 100% true.
Yeah, I know. I did the research. I know.
And I've seen it just from the angle that I had. My mom was like, what is these things that everybody keep? I'm like, oh, that's like the Netflix thing. Well, how do you do it? And see, I don't know if you remember too, because this is a key part. Netflix didn't care how long you kept it, but they did want you to send it back at some point in time. But there were some people that would send the shit back. That was the other part about how they started losing
money. Myself.
Yeah.
you're
It, but,
probably not going to get it back.
but all those things started to add up. But that was the whole thing. And I was like, well, what is this? Oh. Then me being who I am, I'm looking into it. Oh, okay. But this is also too in my head, and this is where I related to music with LimeWire, Napster, all those things. Is that if it's something that you necessarily don't have to leave anywhere else, if you have a computer,
Mm-hmm.
it's easy if it's just some type of media like that to transition to that. And that's why it made sense to me, because I remember when I first got my hand on Napster and being able to burn my own CDs, it was damn near game over for me really going to a record store, unfortunately. But
Mm-hmm.
then that's also the creation of the problem that we kind of have today,
It
which
was
is
game over when I knew I could get it for free. I still want this. I still
yeah.
want it because I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I don't know actually because FYE was still popping even after that. Believe it or not,
I would say
they
this,
were still
and
popping after that. We
let
still
me ask
had
you.
one in the mall here in Baltimore. Well,
Mm,
in the surrounding county. It was still one in there, way
mm.
after LimeWire and Napster, and people were still going in there, and it was huge. It was a big
But
ass store.
let me ask you this, because this is kind of the thing that I kind of thought was happening. Just like name brands, it was kind of a difference between, oh, now you got that CD because it was burnt from your friend, your homie, compared to
Oh, we
no,
ain't
you
deal with that.
actually
We
had
ain't
the
give a shit
CD.
about none of that.
Okay,
We didn't care.
I had to ask because
I tell you I told y'all in the beginning, my guy is now my DJ. We didn't care about that here. That wasn't a thing. As
okay,
long as
it
you
was
had the
more of
music, as long as you had the music, you had the album. Nobody cared where it came from. Did you have all of the songs? Were all of the songs on there?
okay.
Yes. Who cares?
I mean, I guess
I've never been, you know what? And that's probably the other thing about me too. I've never cared about, is it name brand? Is it, did you buy it here or did you buy it? No, I never really cared about none of that. Do I
I
have it?
agree. But the difference
Do
is,
I have it was the thing. Yes, I do.
but I guess the difference to me is being the niche of hip hop music. I want to show that I can read the cover art and see all those things, and
I
that's
did
just
that
strictly hip hop
too.
music, like clothes and
And that
stuff.
wasn't just hip hop music, that was all music, but that still wasn't a thing. If I could get it for free,
Okay.
why the hell am I paying for it? I'm a fan of money.
Okay.
So if I could save $1 here or there, fuck that shit. They not putting no money in my pockets.
Yeah.
Me
It's,
going to
it's
buy their records wasn't putting money in my pockets. And we talking about at the time that we're talking about, we were
yeah.
teenagers. I
Yeah.
wasn't worried about that.
And
Okay, hey.
I guess my other thing is like even to this day, I love the fact when people talk about the CD book or CD collections, I could pull one
Mhm.
up and be like, look, and I have all the OG real CDs. No difference from how I think my parents probably felt when they had the real Shaka Khan
Vinyl,
album, the Lionel Richie album,
the
all the
real
vinyl.
vinyl.
Yes. And I think that's
Now
the
I
kind of the
care
thing.
more about the vinyl than I do about the CDs or the tapes. Why? Because vinyl is more expensive.
Mm,
Uh, those are collector items. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
If you got a vinyl record, you paid some money for it. You paid way more than you paid for the tape for it. You paid way more than you paid for the freaking
Yeah.
CD for it. A
Right.
vinyl record, yeah, I care about those. I got a few of them, so you know I care
And
about them.
the funny part
But
is this
tapes
whole
and CDs, it
blockbuster.
was like if I could get it for free,
Yeah, I was just thinking though, this whole blockbuster conversation. Oh, what's
Oh,
the red
and they
box?
started
The red
putting
box.
music in blockbusters too, by the way. Let's throw that in there. They
Oh,
started putting
it
CDs in
is.
there.
Right. What is your connection to the red box, or how did you want to angle that into?
Well,
Because I
it
have a
really
theory
didn't.
about
No,
red
it
box.
really look. If I don't go there, there's no angle. They were all together. It was blockbusters. That's what we had.
Mm-hmm.
But Netflix came in, the red box tried, but they really didn't succeed. It wasn't no angle with them. I don't have. If I ain't said, it's no angle with them.
This is my assumption with the red box thing, because this is what I also witnessed about red box. Redbox was filling the gap between if you did not have internet, but you still wanted to rent some, but Blockbuster doesn't exist, but we still know how to put fines on you. Here's a Redbox in front of wherever you go.
Yeah, I ain't
Walmart.
really use
All of
Redbox like that, so I don't know. I don't want to stay on this too much
them. Okay.
longer though,
I'm here.
because we still got other stuff that we got to talk about, like the caller ID. In
Yeah.
my hood, if you had a caller ID, you was doing big things. Oh, I wanted to stop for 1 second. Hi Mo, thank you. But in my hood, everybody didn't have a caller ID. So you walking in somebody's house and they phone ring and they could see who it was. You was hating a little bit. And then the crazy part, now this is my connection to the caller ID. The crazy part is both of my parents, one they Geminis, they won't do more than they have to do. And never mind everybody, they can see everybody with it, but well, especially my dad, not so much my mom, because she likes to shop. But my dad, he not going, what is the call ID? I ain't worried about that. You know what I'm saying? Like he not gonna go the
Okay.
extra mile to worry about that. All he worried about is the telephone. Is that bill paid? Oh, I gotta pay extra for the caller ID. I'm not getting it. You
Facts.
know.
I agree.
And then my mom, this is one of them times I appreciate her shopaholic ways. She took over the phone bill and she was like, oh, now we getting a caller ID. And that was revolutionary because if you did not want to answer the phone and caller ID, well, it was a couple of them because you had the one that was like this big and then you had one that was a little bit smaller. But if you did not want to talk to a person, told you I like to be alone. So somebody called, I look at the number and I saw that, because remember, we didn't have cell phones back then either when they first came out. They first hit the scene. So you had to remember the numbers that you wanted, or you had a little black book. So I'll be looking at it like, oh no, I don't want to answer that number because I know that number in my head. It was like a thing for me. I was so happy when we finally got caller ID. And then I would go to my friends' houses and they would have caller IDs. And then I'd be mad. I'd be hating a little bit like, damn, y'all doing it big. Y'all got caller IDs. And then it transitioned into them being on your cordless phones. And I was like, okay. But by that time, we had all the cord. Like I said, thank you to my mother sometimes for her shopaholic tendencies, because we wouldn't have never got a caller ID if we would have left it to my pops. And that's all I wanted to say about caller IDs.
I mean,
thank you, Mom. Go ahead. I'm done.
Call ID really didn't mean much to me overall. It was just like, all right, I can see who called it. Look, even if I didn't know who was calling, I just didn't want to answer the phone. I just don't answer the phone.
Nah, I didn't say I didn't want to answer the phone. I said I didn't want to talk to that particular person. That's the difference.
Oh, maybe I need to. Now, how do I say this? Because caller ID, what year did caller ID came out? Caller ID was out for a long time before. Not a long time, but we were still just coming into high school. I think when caller ID popped
We
out,
was
right?
in our teenage years when caller IDs came out, and I had little boyfriends, so I knew who I wanted to talk to.
That's the difference. Maybe that's the difference. Maybe that's the difference.
Yeah,
because
I was that chick. I didn't want to talk to everybody.
But that's why I think call ID didn't really matter to me as much. What was more funny was like Star 69.
Oh, I used the hell out of that too, but I don't want to jump off subject because things could be in the bag, and we have that problem a lot on this. Yeah,
there's no advantage or disadvantage that I really can see about Call ID. I remember Call ID came about. It just, to me, it was funny that you just see who was calling, but outside of the fact, you just knew. I think what used to mess people up with Call ID when somebody called for somebody else's phone, because that was the only time I could.
That was the only time you could trick me. Is if you went to somebody else's house
in my head, I think I have a
called
good
me
story
from
about Call
somebody
ID.
else's phone. But
and to me, that's the only time I think I have a good story about Call ID. Somebody called for somebody else's phone, they think it was somebody else, and they answered it like it ain't the person they thought it was.
But even with that, even with now, because we got caller ID now, you have it now. When you use your cell phone, you have it now.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. Even back then, I was still the same way I am now. I don't know the number. I'm not answering it. spam callers don't get me. Why? Because I don't know the number, so I'm
Mhm.
not answering. I've been vetting my phone calls for a very long time. So even back then, oh, I don't know this number, I'm not answering it. And then the fool will go to their house and call me from that number, like, oh, that was you, fool. I'm not answering you. I don't want to talk to you today.
Maybe the whole phone thing in Call ID is more on the woman side of the spectrum of why I never had an issue with Call ID though. I guess that's the
I
thing. I'm Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I ain't gonna say because I hate when you do that woman man thing. It's not a woman man thing. I knew men who were very in tune to their caller IDs. That's not a woman man thing. It's not a gender thing. It's just you weren't. But
Yeah,
I've known a
I
lot of
wasn't.
men that was like looking at their caller IDs like, no, I ain't answering that number. It was very important to them.
I guess
I
I
know a
don't know.
lot of men who
And if
it
I
was very important to them.
all
Hmm?
right, if I fast forward, the only time Call ID is really weird to me now is, and it's only really with my siblings. My siblings that are like in a relationship, if I call to talk to them, or somebody calls me and I think it's them, but it's like their girl that answers, and I'm like, what's going? Oh, he driving, so he just wanted me to tell you, blah 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 blah. That's the only time I think, even with current times, the Call ID things kind of throw me off. But
Right.
yeah, I never had an issue with Call ID. Was not that bad to me. It's rarely. Oh, Call ID was invented by a black woman, by the way.
So that makes it even more revolutionary.
I
Because
agree. I agree.
it was made by a black, well, what wasn't made by a black person?
Well,
I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait.
well, all of
Even the
humanity was
things that
created
they
by
say that they made was made by a black person. I'll wait.
big facts, big facts. But
So
yeah,
no.
no, but I never. It was some comedian that brought that joke up, and he said, "I think he just made it because look, hey, if the bill collectors call about the kids are too smart to my mama, how we gonna know? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna solve that problem."
Call
That's his
ID.
joke.
Huh.
But
That's the truth though. Because you gotta remember too, most business call, even from back then, even in now, when you call, like if I called somebody's, well, actually, if I call this phone right now, it's going to say ambitiously entertainment.
mhm,
It kind of did that back then too. You know what I'm saying? So,
mhm.
like, it was revolutionary. And maybe did anybody think that maybe she created it because she was tired of bill collectors?
I don't know how real it is, but I know that was the comedian's joke. That when he brought up, because he brings it up, he's like, "Hey, do you know that Call ID was made by a black woman?"
Yeah,
He
she was
goes,
tired
"But
of
let
them
me tell you
calling
what,
her house. I ain't got your damn money. So she was like, you know what? I'm gonna invent something that I don't have to keep
check and see
answering the
who's
phone
calling."
when I don't want to answer the phone. I ain't
Right.
got your damn money.
Look,
You know what I'm saying?
you
So that
shooting
was
you
genius,
you
actually.
doing perfect right now. Look, you didn't have me give real thoughts about Blockbuster and real thoughts about caller ID. I'm
Toast to
curious.
her. I ain't got your damn money. So I want, because I'm trying to keep us on track because I ain't got an Emmy. I ain't got an
Okay,
Emmy.
I understand.
I ain't got it. And these sinuses is hell. They hell on wheels. Can you still hear me? Because I want to make sure I
Yeah,
didn't.
I can hear you. I can hear
Okay, good. I want to make sure I ain't hit that button. This hell on wheels, especially trying to sleep. So I'm gonna
you.
take me some nighttime something, and I'm gonna go to bed after this because I need to breathe tonight. Plus we got school in the morning. And I got stuff to do. But anyway, I used to love this as a child. It was usually you saw them in school, maybe the library. Maybe. No, they was in the library too. Well, here. I don't know about other places, but here they were. Which is the highlights magazines. You remember those?
Well, I'm associating this with the Scholastic Book Fair for some reason.
Yeah, actually you just got them in class, but I miss book fairs. Oh,
For some
that's
reason, when
the
you said the Highlight magazine,
I'm
I
about to show
remember
you.
this.
I'm about to show you.
You got one show and tell cat in the building?
No, I don't got one in my house, but I could definitely pull one up.
Oh, we're like, wait.
Nah, that's too old, too vintage. I don't have that. There we go. It's right here. And all the covers were always different.
Mm-hmm.
Um, oh man. I had an awesome childhood if you think about it. ah, I did. Wait, why can't I? Let me say something.
Highlight magazine. I know what it, but for some reason, as soon as you said that,
Ha
I
ha
thought,
ha ha ha! I got one
let's
for you right here.
go. Let's go.
They were. If you saw these magazines, you probably saw them when you were in elementary school. All right, I'm about to share the screen. Elementary school, not so much. Maybe a little bit like sixth grade, seventh grade,
Mm-hmm.
but not too much. Hold on, let me share my screen. But they definitely were a thing. Yeah, they were kids 6 and up, so they were a thing. They had stuff in them. Little. I'm gonna just share it real quick so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Hold on. Now, close it. I'm trying to show them something. Okay. So this is what highlight magazines look like. I remember these vividly. They actually, and they gave them away in school for free.
Okay.
Hold on, let me get this off the screen. There we go. They gave them away in school for free. So you would get them like once a month. They would give you one. It wasn't like an everyday thing. You got them once
It's
a month. They would have different activities in them. Let me see if I can show y'all some other activities. They would have different activities in them.
mm-hmm.
These are like the newer ones, obviously, you could tell. But the ones back in the day, yeah, they would have articles in them so you could
You,
read. Huh?
I no, I was about to say I fully remember this because there was one, and you go back, it was a cooking thing, and I remember I
Mm-hmm.
came home and I wanted to cook what was in the recipe thing, and my mom was pissed off at me because I ruined like some chicken.
Oh, she like, we was gonna eat that chicken for dinner.
But I cooked though. I cooked
She
though.
ain't wanted the way you made it. You ain't even know how to cook yet.
No,
So
not at
yeah.
all. Not at all. But no, and but I, it's like I remember these,
I
but I
remember they
don't
used to
fully
have
remember
cards
them.
in them. They had collectible things in them. They were that was I had so much fun with those magazines. And like I said, usually you got them. Come on. Usually you got them in like elementary school though. Like
Okay.
not you didn't usually get them in
In upper,
like the later years of like middle school.
yeah. That's what I'm,
You
because like when then they had the little thing about the recipe about making pizza. I'm like, I remember a story, but I remember I was younger and I remember getting
mhm,
in trouble for doing something. And I
right.
remember it was something that I seen somewhere that I'm like, oh, I want to do this. And I think it probably was a highlight magazine. I haven't
Right.
seen a highlight magazine in forever and a
Because they
day.
had all kinds of activities for you to do.
But then, all right, so this is the fear, I guess, a little bit that give a kid like me
Mhm,
some instructions on how to do something. I
mhm.
guess what I'm gonna do.
Do it.
Yep.
But I think again, we're not basing it upon just us because there are different kinds of kids in the world. You
Hmm.
had kids like me that was horrified to do anything without asking first, like making stuff, cooking stuff, and stuff like that, because I had parents that would whip my ass.
Same.
And I mean, no, it's not the same, baby. Trust me. You got your
Nah,
ass whooped, but it was not, trust me when I say it was not the same.
listen, I'll be
So,
like, well, I don't know if we want to
and
get into
then after I got my ass whooped, I'm punished forever. No, it was
the
not.
same.
No, not forever, Doc. You was not punished forever. It's not the same.
Guess why I like staying at home too? That's one thing
That
me
ain't why I like staying at home. I don't like people. That's why I like staying at home.
and guess why? Because people will do things that I'd be like, I don't know why you did that. I wouldn't have did it, or I'm just gonna do my own thing. We have this
That's
weird
really
way
what
of
it is.
talking
I
to each
just like
other.
to do my own thing. But it wasn't because I was getting my ass whipped and punished all the time. I just learned how to be by myself. That's not why I
Yeah,
be
from
by
being
myself.
well, I feel I learned from being on punishment all the time.
Yeah, I
So
learned, but that wasn't why. That's not why I like to be by myself. You see what I'm saying? The difference. I learned, but I learned how to be by myself because I was punished all the time. I like to be by myself, not because I was punished all the time, but just because I don't like people in general. two different statements.
Yeah. And
So I'm saying,
your last part is different from my last part.
yeah. So no, I didn't do certain things because I didn't want to suffer the repercussions of my
I'm
actions.
like, this is life for as I know.
Yeah, I'm not shit. I don't like my ass whipped. I don't like getting beaten just because I keep doing stupid shit. Nah, I wasn't like ass shit. I was smart as shit. Nah, all right, don't do that because that's gonna get me in trouble. Nah, I wasn't one of them kind of kids.
Well, I don't know where we're going. Back to the highlights. So, all right. I vaguely remember, and the only reason when you were scrolling through that one cooking part, I do remember there was a situation that occurred, and I do remember it was something that triggered from school, and I'm assuming it's a highlight magazine now. Now I'm thinking about it for real, but I probably uncover some forgotten trauma. But I got in a lot of trouble, and in my head, what I vaguely remember was the fact that and yes, I didn't know how to cook. But I remember I was trying to cook, and I think I messed up on the first. I think they were trying to show me how to make like chicken tenders or something. And I think I messed up on the first one. So I took another package of chicken out, and I think I messed it up on that one too.
So you don't waste a lot of chicken.
Basically, I think that was the reason I was in trouble.
That's exactly why you're in trouble. As a mother, I can tell you that, and now, especially in today's economy, let alone what it looked like back then, you ain't gonna keep fucking up my chicken.
If I need to learn how to do something right, I gotta keep practicing, right?
Nah, you gotta come with me and we'll do it together. Everything ain't about what you want to do. You do it together. That way you're not wasting the food that I gotta go out here and pay for. Go shop for. No.
And the
again, why I always used to go and ask for permission before I did shit like that, so I wouldn't get in trouble, because you don't know how hard your parents had to work to get that money to buy that chicken.
I was always told that, hey, I was always and that's the thing I think we always talk about is I was always told that I had power to do whatever I wanted until it was something that I did that they didn't like. And that's the only thing I really realized.
When your parents tell you that you could do anything you put your mind to, don't mean that you got permission to do it. That just means that they believe it. No, that's what you took it as, but that's not what they meant. I tell my daughter every day, and I'm a parent. Again, I tell my daughter every day, because I hate when she say I can't. You can. You can do anything you put your mind to it. That don't mean I want you to go fuck up my groceries. How we gonna eat after you fuck up my groceries?
But I still am. Smart.
Yeah, and you got in trouble.
Like, I'm learn how to cook.
You see where that got you at, don't you?
I'm as an adult.
You learned the lesson that day, didn't you?
Well, that day, but I couldn't formulate.
We not talk about past that. You learned the lesson that day, correct?
Yeah, my mama get mad if I mess up more chicken than she thinks I should.
Right, exactly. You learned the lesson that day. You don't do what you want to do. You make sure you get permission to do it first. So that way, because there's more people than you in the situation that concerns. It concerns your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, and I don't know how many siblings. But other people got to eat too. You can't be fucking up the food.
Like, I just asked for forgiveness.
Yeah, and she forgave you because mothers always do.
Look, so I'm ahead of the curve.
So you've gotten past that, but mothers always forgive. That's what we do.
I thought it was past until I realized it.
We might be a little bit pissed off in that moment, but mothers always forgive.
All right. Well, I just thought it was past until I remember the magazine highlights now. I forget what it was.
Remember that ass whipping you got behind it. But I want to keep it moving because it's our last one of the night, which is one of my favorite cartoons. Maybe I had a few of those action figures too. Not as many as Thundercats, but I had a few action figures. Transformers. Robots in disguise. I'm sorry. My bad. Sorry. I watched a lot of cartoons when I was little. And this is one that I can say that my daughter does not talk about the illustration. Thank God. Because she talked about all the illustrations and all the other. She talked about He-Man so bad. Certain ones, she's like, what was it?
No.
Yes, she talks about He-Man all the time and how bad the graphics were. She doesn't do that with Transformers. She don't do that with Transformers, but she do that with He-Man, especially when you get the Skeletor face. She be like, what was they thinking? But you got to think at the same time. Again, this is why I tell people to take yourself out of it and look at it through another perspective. My daughter was born in 2012.
She's seen the real Transformers movies.
No, she hasn't.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
She doesn't watch that kind of stuff. No, okay. She hasn't. Again, that's taking you got to take yourself out of it sometimes. No, my daughter, she doesn't. That's not the thing she into. She really looks at illustration and graphic design because she is an artist. She likes to draw. She likes to paint. She likes to create. She's a creative. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So no, she didn't watch that movie. I couldn't even get her to sit down and watch Hotel Transylvania. How the hell you think I'm gonna get her to sit down and watch the real life Transformers? And that's a cartoon. She would not watch that. No, she didn't.
I mean the current ones are like Marvel.
No, she's never seen it, is what I'm saying to you.
Did she watch the cartoon Transformers movie?
She goes back and watches a lot of old things. My daughter has an old soul. So that's why she talks about the illustration and the graphic design. She's gone so far as to watch Raggedy Ann and Raggedy Andy. That was before you and I were born.
Yes.
So she watches the old My Little Ponies. So no, that's not where she got it from. She got it from her being an old soul and liking to go back, and an artist. So liking to go back and watch things and see how they look and draw and design and things of that nature. So it's certain cartoons that she digs in their souls about their illustrations.
When you get a chance, if she's never seen it, I want you to please.
She's not going to watch it. I'm not going to.
Steamboat Mickey, the OG Mickey.
No, she's not going to watch that either. I don't want her to watch that. You know why? Because that was when they was in the extra racist phase. Nah, I'll pass.
All right. Well, I'm just saying because
that's also when Mickey was poking holes in donuts with his member. Nope, we'll pass.
All right.
So, and she probably already seen it. To be honest, everything's on YouTube, so I don't influence her decisions on the things that she wants to watch. I let her decide what, but I do monitor everything, but I don't tell her what it is that she need to be watching. She watches what she wants. She watches what she likes. And even though she be talking hella shit about the illustrations, these things that she talking shit about, she likes.
But I'm just only confused because Transformers and He-Man are not that far different from
the graphics was a little bit better on Transformers, or they did eventually get, but it wasn't the movies. She ain't never seen that. And again, take yourself out of it. This is a child we talking about, not a grown man. So
yeah, well, I'm just
and take yourself out of it because perspective is different for everybody.
Well, no, I will say this. When my niece and nephew, because they are way younger than me, my niece is, what is she? She's just in her high school, so she's a freshman.
Mm-hmm. So she a baby. Mm-hmm. Not much older than my daughter.
Okay. Oh, your daughter is young. But yeah, that means she never seen the Beast ones, and that was when they was trying to do the whole CGI cartoon Transformers, and I remember my nephew tried to show me that, and I'm like, "What is this? This ain't Transformers."
She hates that.
Yeah, see, I don't like that either.
She hates that. I said she's an artist, so she hates that.
Okay, well,
perspective. Everybody.
She has an eye for what she sees as a good line, bad line, and then the structure of the
perspective. Everybody has a different perspective, like I said.
All right, so
she see things the way she see it. In my mind, when I was watching Transformers when I was young, that was the best cartoon ever. I just sung the theme song for God's sakes.
So,
and even if I saw the cartoon right now, I'd get excited about it. Like, I would.
All right, Transformers, because we was talking about more personal, real life. Transformers. Tell me about your experience with Transformers.
It was my whole childhood, and it still was coming on kind of low key when I got kind of to my teens. And like I said, my sister's 13 years older, younger than me too. So There's certain things I had to watch, but I could sneak it in there every now and again. All right, you gonna watch this with me? Cause she otherwise I was watching Barney and freaking Blues Clues and
Blues
shit.
Clues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hated that though. I hated
And
that.
that, in all honesty, was when I was considered a young adult but fully self-sufficient, watching what my younger siblings and or cousins and stuff watch. I was like, what is this? Look,
Yeah,
my
but
cartoons had
I don't
guns.
want to go too far into Blues Clues. Fuck that shit. But
No, but
back to
I'm just saying,
Transformers.
my young cartoons, even G.I. Joe, had guns. Transformers,
All right,
boom. So
hold on, let me finish because you asked me a question. I was trying to answer it. So the other thing about Transformers for me is that's something that me and my mom watched together. And so it was bonding time. So there's certain cartoons that I always will hold dear to my heart because I spent my time with my mom watching them. Like He-Man, Thundercats, Transformers, and even Jam. Yeah, we watched that too. Yeah. But it was certain things. That was the only girly cartoon I ever watched, by the way. And then when I got the dolls, like I said, her shoes was bigger than Barbie, so we couldn't switch clothes. But that was a favorite pastime of mine to watch that show because I watched it with my mom.
okay.
And she worked a lot when I was young. But she always found time to watch those particular cartoons with me. So Transformers always has a place in my heart. G.I. Joe too. Sorry. G.I. Joe. I just want to sing all the same songs. But that's what Transformers mean to me because it was time that I got. And I told y'all I'm from North Carolina, so it wasn't much. So you wanted your Saturday morning cartoons because it wasn't much to watch. And like I said, my mom worked, she always worked like a Jamaican, so she was always working. So those times meant the most to me. Like, yeah, we get ready, sit down. Come on, get your snacks, baby. Come on. And we sit down in the living room, turn on the TV. We had the TV. So we and sit down. It was a Sony though, but we sit down and watch Transformers. It was like a lineup too. It was like a whole Saturday lineup.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. I don't think most people nowadays understand. Like
that Saturday lineup.
Catching your Saturday morning cartoons from if it was whatever ABC, NBC to USA Express, if you had the benefit of having that, to Hanna-Barbera, all those things. It was just cartoons and that's where the whole trope of kids waking up on a Saturday morning, no school, get a bowl of cereal, plop down, and just watch TV. At least for the morning part of the time. Then after that, it would be completely different stuff. But yeah, that's real.
After that, your parents like, all right, put your clothes on, get out the door. But you know what I mean? Or you had my parent like, all right, first we going to clean up, and then you can get out my face. But and we'll talk about that's in the bag too. So I don't want to go too far. But yeah, Saturday morning cartoons was everything, and Transformers was in rotation. So yeah, and she don't talk about the graphics for that, but she do talk about He-Man. It's really Skeletor. She hate him.
If you really realize how Skeletor was, it is.
Really, I mean, she know about it because she said herself. He was a punk ass. He always sent his minions and he ran. She watches them. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm.
All right, but
she watches them.
All right, we still on Transformers, or do we need a chip because we kind of over?
No, I'm not getting ready. I'm getting ready to get off of Transformers because we still got stuff to do.
All right, cool. We get off Transformers,
but
I'm gonna drop
great memory. Great memory. I love that cartoon. I'm gonna watch it when I go to bed tonight. After I get my drugs in me. No, y'all, I'm just talking about Mucinex. Chill out. Let me rephrase that. After I get my Mucinex in me, I'm
medication. You can say just medication.
Now I'm gonna be specific because y'all they be tripping on this here internet. Mucinex, because medication could mean other things too. So Mucinex. After I take my Mucinex, then I'm gonna watch Transformer because it's gonna put me to bed. It is time for my love notes. But first, I want to give a shout out to anybody watching for Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. I love you, Doc. I know what you got to do real quick. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Thanks. But who I'm about to talk to is not you guys. These people right here are my listening audience, and I love them very much. They're very dedicated and loyal, and it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Man, it's a beautiful thing. So it is now time for the love notes. Why do we call it the love notes? Well, I used to call it love. Doc used to call it show notes. I said, nah, I ain't never calling it show notes. And then we came to a compromise, and there's no love without compromise. So we came to the compromise, and now we call it love notes. That sounds much better anyway. We like it that way. We like it better that way. Let me make sure everything is off the screen because y'all know I'll lose my mind, and we will start this whole thing over again from the top if I can't do it the proper way. So I don't want to do that tonight. My throat is a little, I'm dealing. I'm working. It's love. It's all love. Thank you for the love. Shout out to my top 6, the United States, the United Kingdom, India, China, Canada, Belgium, specifically Brussels. I love you guys. Thank you for being loyal and dedicated listeners. And you guys are amazing. Thank you. Russia, Indonesia, Japan, New Zealand, Australia, Turkey, Switzerland, Germany, Mexico, Austria, Philippines, and Kenya. Hi, thank you, babies. I love you and I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being dedicated, loyal listeners. Pakistan, Romania, South Africa, Nigeria, Brazil, Netherlands, Singapore, Spain, Ireland, and Nepal. I love you all. I do. I do. I promise. I do. I promise. Mauritius, Israel, Hong Kong, France, Poland, Tunisia, Venezuela, baby, the Czech Republic, Portugal, and Morocco. Habus, I love you too. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Ghana, Finland, Cameroon, Lithuania, Sweden, Bangladesh, and Latvia. Hi, babies. I love you. Thank you. Thank you so much for the love. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I need some more tea, y'all. I'm hungry. Greece, Denmark, and last but not least, Jamaica. I can't even do the little fake horn thing I've been doing lately because it's crazy out here with the sinuses in my voice right now. But I love you all. I appreciate you. Let's read what Doc said while we're waiting on him. Doc said, "We worldwide, be kind and rewind. If not, then just share that Netflix password." Netflix done took that option away. You can't even do that no more. You just got to be they say they know when it's not coming from the right IP address. Doc also said top flight, catch the vibes, tune in into Ambitiously the podcast and radio and transform your life more than meets the eye. Transformers, robots in the skies. That was my show, man. Transformers, more than me. You know what? Dang. Most would say Optimus Prime was their favorite, but I think it was Bumblebee for me. He ain't talk. He just, all right, whatever. Yeah, Transformers, man. If you don't know about it, screw the movie. Go watch the cartoon. That's where it's at. Them movies don't matter. I hate when they remake something. I do. Just let it be. Let it be what it's going to be. That's why I think my daughter watches all the old stuff because she's like, I want to watch it in its rawest form, not in how they made it become. So I love her for that. Doc also said, oh my gosh, I hope I got a haul in here. Oh, I did. Doc also said, hit that like button and tune in live show, radio show, and get the app. Yes, baby, do that. Do that. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta get a haul in me. Rough times. Um, mm, 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 mm.
You said Bumblebee.
Yeah.
I know you know. My bad.
Yeah. That was my boo. Sorry. And actually, never mind. All right. I don't want to be stuck on that too much. I just was feeling calm until you got back. Because my throat is actually killing me right now. So Excuse me if I'm rushing through everything. I try to be here even when I'm sick.
You do. You do.
It'll be rough sometimes. It'll be real rough. So let me get these out of the way first, so that way I can not do all of the extras. Want to talk to us about anything? Anything. I do mean anything. Hit us up, contact at ambitiouslyent.com. Contact at ambitiouslyent.com. Join the conversation, call in, text, drop a comment. You want to call in and text, the number is 443-780-5978. 443-780-5978. Like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. We need every like, every share, and every subscription. They are greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. We have permission. That's why I don't take requests. Any music video that I've played thus far, I have permission to play. That's why I play them. As far as what my DJ does, he already does his thing. I don't need you coming in and interrupting his vibe. So please don't. We don't take requests. It's not being rude. I'm just telling you what it is. We don't take requests. Join our coffee community so I can cuss whenever the fuck I feel like it. I be hating to wait till the last minute. And so we can have salacious, taboo, and titillating conversations. Guys, do that. Check out our website, www.ambitiouslyent.com. www.ambitiouslyent.com. That was a lot. Big shout out to our DJ, Rukazy, Gold DJ, because that's my DJ. Gold DJ, because that's my. All right, yeah. I had to get that rock off real quick. And let us know how you feel about our mixes on Fridays. They be heat. I'm hoping by this Friday, all of this will be cleared up and I can have a good time. I'm hoping by tomorrow, all of this will be cleared up and I can have a good time. But we'll see. We'll see. I still got to keep it moving. I still got to do what I got to do. But guess what? Hold on. Let me get it right. Guess what? It is now time for the final exam. I can't even. It sucks. Can't even say it all pumped like I wanted to say it.
It's fine. It's fine. It's time for the final exam.
Wait a minute. Wait. It's the final exam. The year is 2000. Doc already put this on the screen. And let me get the current score, and then I'm going to let you do what you do because we always do. Current score, Doc has 17. I have 39. Our former co-host has 5. Let me do my mama say mama sama makusa. I need to. The audience currently has 2 wins, and I have that's not correct.
You sure?
I got 2, baby. I worked hard last week for that.
Hold on. Let me.
No. What was last week's year? I could tell you.
Last week's year was 1988.
You sure? And I won that one.
I'm looking at my notes.
All right, okay. I'm gonna run with it. I ain't gonna fight it too much because I don't care that much. But all right, if you say it's one, it's one.
No. Actually, I'm looking at the end. No, you did. You have 2.
Right. That's what I thought.
I apologize. I didn't remember when you answered because I remember I had to give you that one. You said, "Oh, I remember that song."
Yeah.
All right. So correction. You do have 2 Harleys
I
out.
have 2 Harleys out. Now, the mission is to try to get more than the 2 out and not let any of them go back to prison. But that's not a guarantee.
Puppy Harley. So you do have 2. Let me update this right now on my notes so I can make sure when I move them, I can have them right there.
And I went to 88 because I keep going through all the 90s and apparently the 2000s too. So I thought I'd be slick and go to 88.
You keep hitting these certain years, which just makes it slightly more harder for you.
Listen, I don't got but so many years. I'm not doing none of this newer stuff because I don't know.
Well, hey,
I don't listen to them clowns. I stopped after the mumbling. Shit. Like, you know what? Throw on an R&B record. All right, but and not the new shit. I'm talking about the old shit.
You said not R&B shit. Not
I can't subscribe to shit that I'm not. Okay, I can't relate to. But anyway, go ahead, Doc. Do your thing.
All right, so this is the final exam. This is the way this works. Cat picks the year. I pick the artist that came out with an album that year. I will develop 5 questions based upon the album and the artist, and then I will give 5 clues. The 5 clues will lead you to understanding who the artist is. It has everything from maybe their real name, maybe their fake name, maybe.
No real name, fake name
Well,
shit.
I
You
kind
know
of
I
don't
don't
do
do
that
that.
anymore. That's kind of how I started because I'm like, that's always a dead giveaway. And I used to put that at the beginning, which would have been like, oh, I know who exactly that is. All 5 Harleys out, but the
No. All
question.
5 Harleys would not be out because I never knew who the fuck it was because I am not that invested.
All right. But when I first started doing this, it would be the real name in the beginning. So Kat had a chance to get all 5 Harleys out if she just knew if she was invested, but she's
If
not.
I knew their names.
So the way it works now is basically it's a gradient of clues. First is hard, fifth is relatively easy. And
Why?
only
Which
every
is
once
why I
in a while
can't
Kat
never get
want
my
to get
first
the test.
Harley out.
And so the game within the game is that Kat has to get her Harleys out. Her Harleys are her squad, her girls, her ace boon coons, her ride or dies. She got to get them out. The first one's been in jail like damn near forever.
Forever.
The second one got out one. Wait, did the second one get out one time? I thought the second one got out one time.
Once or twice. I can't remember exactly how
She go
many,
back.
but
3 is kind of on the fence. 4 gets out more often than not. 5 it spends more time out.
she always gets out. That's my bottom. Stop playing with her.
But she go right back in every once in a while.
That's okay. She don't stay long. Don't do her, boo. Don't do her. She be out with me.
You got to keep money on their books and make sure they're taken care of. The scenario you should think about in your mind is basically every time Kat plays this game, she shows up to the visiting room, and this could be the day that they get out. Some of them leave disappointed. Some of them don't care. They can't show up no more. She just be like, "What you said?"
They just happy that they got money on their books. That's it. It ain't that deep. They got somebody on the outside that's looking out for them on the inside. And if you ever been to prison, you know that's a good thing.
I ain't never been to prison, so
right. So you don't know that that's a good thing.
I have family members who've been to prison, but I don't know. Like they never tell me the story.
I've never been to prison, but I've been with a lot of. That's why I'm doing cat tails. I've been with a lot of prisoners.
All right. So, the audience, y'all can guess as much as y'all want. As soon as somebody gets it, the audience wins. If nobody guesses, I win. If Kat guesses, it's her win, depending on how many Harleys she got out of jail. Without further ado, are there any questions?
First, I need to retract the statement. Not a lot of prisoners, just a few prisoners. I know some men who have been to prison. I have to retract that. Secondly, you ain't going to answer me, teacher?
Yes.
Because I'm that student. You might be a butthole of a teacher, but I'm a butthole of a student. You see my hand up here.
Yes, Miss Cat.
Now, I need to use the restroom.
While you were dancing in that chair, did you think about dancing yourself to the restroom before this class started?
No, because you wasn't paying me attention, and I don't want to get in trouble for walking out the class.
Do you know you're not the only student that had to educate on some hip hop stuff that y'all all lived through and experienced, but I have to make sure that y'all all know this?
Not my problem. Sorry.
Right.
I got my number 2 pencil. That's
probably the shit you would say.
I got my number 2 pencil.
All right. Number 2 pencils. Then easy. Scantron, stack, take one, pass it down. Is there anybody that need to separate? No? All right. The bell don't dismiss you. I dismiss you. Take your time on the test. You grew up in this. You live this. This is hip hop to you. If you was at FYE or Goody, Sam Goody, all those things, you seen these albums. You know when these dropped. You was there. You had a friend that probably liked this. You may not have, but did you give it a listen? But this is all part of what you grew up in. This is hip hop. Cool. Y'all good? All right.
I want pencil fight somebody, but yeah, let's get it. Let's get it.
Instead of pencil fight somebody between classes, go to that bathroom.
I want pencil. You know what? Not to the bathroom. I'm gonna do it in class. Let's go. Because that's
somebody don't want to pass. But all right, let's go.
I passed even when I was doing that in class. That don't mean that, but let's go.
All right. First clue is 2000. Let's go.
Okay. Born in New Jersey. This is just a Jersey individual. Studied the styles of KRS-One. Oh, The God MC Rakim. I'm sorry. That's my other boy. Y'all know. I love him. I love him. I loved him since I was a little girl. And Cool G rap and studied electrical engineering at the New Jersey Institute of Technology. First group was Twice the Flavor. She knows she gonna stay in there because I don't want to jump out there, which I want to say something, but I don't want to jump out there and lose all of my
Never
bitches. So
risk it.
she
You
got to
never
be a
risk.
sacrifice sometimes. Sometimes people gotta get sacrificed. Next one.
Damn. Sometimes people gotta get sacrificed.
Yeah, she got to be the
Oh,
sacrifice.
shit. Hold on. Because you had asked me the question about the other thing. I went back to the previous one for my second one. Hold on. I gotta scroll up.
Yeah,
All right.
sometimes it gotta be a sacrifice in there some kind of way. Shit.
Bam.
Everybody can't go down because I can't answer the first one, even though I think I could answer it, but I'm not sure. So she's gonna get sacrificed. I'm
All
not
right.
listening. I
Number
ain't
two.
going down without a fight. I'm getting
That was
ready.
it.
Yeah, give me number 2.
There
Okay.
you
All right. I'm scared. Okay. Critically acclaimed debut album was released on April the 4th, 2000. Nah, I ain't have it. That's why that bitch had to get sacrificed because everybody wasn't going down. On Elektra
go.
Records and is certified gold in the United States and platinum worldwide. In 2000. Yeah, I don't know who this is. Why did
You
I
pick this
choose this?
year.
I was getting ready. Let me finish my statement. Damn it! I was getting ready to say I don't know why the hell I be picking these stupid ass years. Thank you. Let me finish saying what I gotta say. Mama say, Mama say, Mama say. Okay. Critically acclaimed debut album was released in April the 4th, and then they did it a couple of days after April Fools, which was really the actual New Year, but whatever. April 4th, 2000, on Elektra Records, and is certified gold in the United States and platinum worldwide. I don't know why I picked this stupid. What was going on in 2000? I was in the streets. I was definitely in the streets. I hadn't even met my ex-husband yet. I'm gonna keep it moving. Next one, please.
Number 3. Let's go.
Oh God. Then the following crazy. Oh wait, all right. In 2001, performed with Deborah Cox, Monica, Tamia, and Maya at the Michael Jackson 30th anniversary. I couldn't even get it out. Anniversary collaboration, celebration collaborating, and original rap verse to heal the ill. Okay, no, I'm definitely not doing this because I wouldn't even watch that shit.
You just said the R&B. This is back in the
No,
time.
listen. I need heal the world to be left. It's some things in this life, and I'm gonna explain this to you real quick because
All right.
nothing's confusing about what I'm saying. It's certain things in this life that I do not need to be remade, made over, whatever the case. I don't need no rap verse on my heal the world.
Mm.
I don't. Go fight the power or some of that shit. Don't bring that shit to heal the world. That is a song that from my child. Heal the world, make it a better place for me and the entire human race. No, I don't want a rap verse on that. No, it probably sounds crazy as shit too. I don't know. Keep it moving because I would never know that because I
You
would
know
have
what's
never.
fucked up? When you just said it, it probably sounded crazy as shit too. That's what I
Right.
remember.
Like, the fuck? Why would you add that to the song? We don't need rap added to everything.
Yeah. I would
We
like
don't
rap
need.
edit
We
everything.
do not need rap added to
Look,
everything.
we
That's
don't
like
need.
adding a rap verse to A Change Is Gonna Come by Sam Cooke. I wish the fuck you
Yes.
would. I will stab you.
Look,
I mean, I will
I
straight. I
will
will
look.
fuck.
I will, give me Benny the Butcher and Freddie Gibbs on the Chains Gonna Come. I'm
I don't give
rocking
a
with it.
no. I'm not rocking with that shit. That should sound dumb. No,
That's how much I am into it.
I will stab you. Leave that shit where it's at.
Look, I gotta get stabbed with like
No, don't touch it.
bars.
Leave it
Look,
alone. Do not fuck with Sam Cooke at all.
it's the big
I
one.
will stab a nigga behind Sam Cooke.
It's the
Don't play
big
with
one.
me.
Can't just stab me. Bars.
I will stab a nigga behind Sam Cooke. Don't I don't play
Bars.
that. It's certain artists I don't play with. But Heal the World, you should have left that shit alone. All right, so that's 3 Harleys in prison. Give me the next one, please.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's some shit you can't fuck with. It's like movies. Certain movies I don't want you to remake, and certain movies I don't want you to keep making sequels to, and prequels and shit. Just leave the shit where it's at and leave it alone.
All
I
right.
love The Godfather. I mean, I love The Godfather 1 and 2, but I hate part 3. Leave some shit. You just gotta leave the fuck alone.
Okay.
So I'll pass. No, I
Number
would have
4.
never listened to that shit. I'm mad that they even did that shit. I'm so disappointed in them.
Number 4.
Yes, please, because I don't know who the fuck thought that was cool.
The record companies.
Obviously you can't listen to them stupid bitches. Anyway, record companies don't make all the wisest decisions ever. The 2000 debut, that's why they scrambling right now. The 2000 debut album is a play on the name of a fictional San Francisco police inspector tracking down the Scorpio killer. I don't know who the fuck this is.
These want to get kind of slightly easier.
The last one is gonna get easy. The only one, no, I don't know, because the last time you said that shit, guess what? It was not easy. No, I don't trust you. Anyway,
Damn.
no, I don't know who the fuck this fictional police inspector Scorpio killer is. Not my thing. I don't know. All right, next. What?
Down to the wire. This
Shit
is
like
number
that.
5. Number 5. Number 5. Let's go. Boom.
Film career includes no, the hip hop witch Carmen. Okay, it's a little bit easier. Who's in Carmen? Raw Digger.
Fun answer.
That's the only one I got. That's the only one I got. Yes, that's the only one I got.
You are correct.
From Jersey.
Is Raw Digger.
All right. That's only I don't know all that other shit and all that shit. That was some crazy, but I do know she from Jersey, and I do know she was in Carmen. So Raw Digger's my answer. Yeah,
so
no.
Yes, Cat, you do keep one Harley out.
Cool. My violent bitches outside.
As always.
We outside. We outside. Oh, my bad.
Hold on. Boom. This is
we
all right.
outside.
So just to backtrack slightly.
No, we don't have that kind of time. My throat is burning.
All right, cool.
My throat is on fire.
Give me next year so I can put on my notes.
I don't even know why I chose this fucking stupid ass year.
Gotta update the score.
We're gonna go with 08. Just because it's popping in my head. I don't know.
2008. All right,
yeah, 2008. Yeah, I can't. Not tonight, baby. I'm sorry, but my throat is on fire right now, and I'm trying not to be, but it hurts.
No, we.
It hurts bad. Oh my gosh, it hurts. I need to go make me some more tea or something. Oh no, I'm about to take some.
Do whatever you need. This is current score. Whatever, however we go, I'm just gonna put stuff up there.
What do I want Theraflu? I don't know. All right, current score. Doc has 17. I have I got 40. I got 40. That's kind of cute looking at it now that I see it on the screen. Our former co-host has 5. Mama say Mama Sa Mamaku Sa. And the audience has 2 wins. And I have 1 Harley out. My bottom bitch is out because she out here. She outside. And that's that. Mm. Y'all have no clue. All right, I said all those other things, so I have to say all of that tonight. I promise y'all, hopefully tomorrow it'll be much better and I won't be like this because these Baltimore winters be crazy, man. And right now it's actually a little bit warmer than you. It's 43 degrees. But you think about all them 20, them 20s and them 30s we've been getting lately. Now I'm dealing with this shit. Uh so let me say the things I need to say because I gotta do something about this. This is crazy. Um, I love y'all to death, but I'm not willing to sacrifice myself for anybody. Okay, so this is that. Mind your business, except for on Media Mondays where I tell everybody's business. I didn't tell nobody business today, I don't think. No, I didn't. I don't think. Anyway, White and White Wednesdays are probably going to tell more of my business than anybody else's business. And when we pick up freaking day for cat towel, I think that's going to be pre-recorded videos though. Um, so I don't know what day that's going to be. It's whenever I record them. The wiretap, I'm telling everybody business. Everybody who has a case and they are foul, depraved, heinous, sinister. Um, I just can't even think of all of the names of what they could be, but and you a high profile individual, meaning you could be talked about on the news and you may be a celebrity or some kind of CEO or something like that. I'm reading your case. So don't have one and I won't read it. And my partner in good over here is going to read it with me. So just don't have a case. Just don't have a case and we won't read it. Um, Speaking of that, tomorrow we're going to finish up what little bit we're going to do with this Don Richard case because we pretty much done summed it up. And I want to hop into this case with Jay-Z included in it. And I got a lot to say about that too. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. But other than that, mind your business. Safe way to live your life, baby. Safe way to live your life. Um, love your babies, hug your babies, tell your babies that they are the GOAT, the greatest of all times. I really stand 10 toes down in this statement. And the reason being is because these kids need somebody to do it. And it's your job as a parent to do it. And you can't just leave it on the teachers to do the shit. You just gotta put your big girl or man pants on and get down to the dirty with your kids and make sure your kids is good. If they want to work for NASA, tell them be the best. Astronaut, engineer, receptionist, janitor, secretary, whatever the hell else they do over there at NASA. I don't know a space. What I do recommend is getting yourself a good telescope, not the kind you look through your neighbor's windows with, a good one, and go outside with your kid and look at the sky. You might discover something. You never know. If they want to work for NASCAR, tell them be the best NASCAR driver, pit boss, pit crew member. Um, I'm sorry, y'all. Engineer or commentator. I don't know. They got a need for speed, and at one point in time, they used to love muscle cars, and I love them forever. There's certain things in life I'm always gonna love, like Father MC. I'm Father God. I said Father God MC.
You got it.
The God MC. Let me get it out because I gotta think. It's in my head. The God MC and muscle cars. I'm always gonna love them. And that's that. I'm about to give y'all fair warning. It's hard for me right now. I told y'all my throat is on fire. Fair warning. Stay in your lane. My lane and your lane are not the same. They're not. Your lane is over there. My lane is over here. There's no reason for you to really be in my lane at all, uninvited anyway. So just stay in your lane. You jump in my lane, you gonna get her, and you don't want her. And to be honest with y'all, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I feel like her right now because I don't feel well, but I feel like her right now. So just stay in your lane. She not nice. She not kind. She not sweet. She not none of that shit. She don't give a fuck about what you say. She will bite your head off, especially right about now. Do not break the glass and do not push the button. Okay? Okay. Everything is cool. You don't want her. You want her. She's nice, sweet, kind, and cuddly. I get some tea. Maybe I could go back to her for a second. But she's nice, sweet, kind, and cuddly and all that good stuff. My throat, y'all. Hey, you big pair of bitches. Or at least her, because if Cat is purring, Cat is a happy, happy girl. But if she got to jump into the first one, it's going to get ugly. And you don't want that. So just stay in your lane. Plus, what usually happens when you jump into other people's lanes is a collision. And who the fuck needs that? I don't need that for me. I don't need that for Doc. And I don't need that for you. So just stay in your fucking lane. And everything. I'm sorry. I got Ricolas and Halls in this bed. Uh, just stay in your fucking lane and everything will be copacetic. Yeah, I think I gave enough of the fair warning. Pick and choose your battles wisely. Every battle is not a battle for you to fight. Not at all. Sometimes you just gotta say, fuck that shit and worry about what Mob Deep told y'all was the war. They told y'all a long time ago that there's a war going on outside and that no man is safe from it. They also say you can run, but you can't hide forever in these streets that we done took. And mama say, mama say, mama say. Almost. Yeah, we ain't worried about these bullshit ass battles. Petty Boots, aka Lil Caligula, aka Baby Caligula, aka Drake. Let it go. We are worried about the war. That is the main concern. Um, and that's that. Be who you are. Don't let nobody tell you who the fuck to be, when the fuck to be, how to eat, how to sleep, how to shit, how to talk, how to move. None of that shit. Cause fuck them. They got control over your life. They don't tell you what to do. You got control over your life. We were given free will for a reason. And it wasn't so other people could tell you what the fuck to do with your life. You can't make everybody happy. So don't waste your time. You can't even make anybody happy. Happiness is within. So you can't make them happy. So focus on making you happy. Because that's who can make happy. Sorry, y'all. You come in this world by yourself, you're gonna leave by yourself. All right. Even if you are a twin. So worry about yourself. And you'll do things. People complain about everything you do and they ain't gonna want you to move a certain kind of way and all that bullshit. And you'll do that and they'll still be dissatisfied and they'll find something else to bitch about. So fuck them. Worry about what it is that you need to do for you. Dream big. Don't let nobody tell you your dreams are irrelevant because they'll try, but fuck them. You don't listen to that shit. And while you dreaming, make sure you execute too because execution is key, man. You can't. Your dream means nothing if you ain't working on the game plan and making it happen. So that's that. I know I probably chopped this up real crazy tonight, but I'm telling y'all, like. So I love y'all. Doc, I love you to death. I'm sorry, wait, I can't do it no more. I gotta get off of here.
All right, you good. You good.
I gotta go and make me some more tea. I love y'all. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. Good night.
Good
I'm
night.
going to take care of myself. Bye.
Bye.